Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, these fourth competitions seem harder than normal. Apparently, I've been working really hard on this competition, but nonetheless, still almost impossible to climb to the top spot because I think the number one guy has been jamming all the way. Alright, so as usual, there'll be a lot of things we could do to earn those bonus, and it's really important that we must definitely earn the bonus item. Of course, unless it's not about EP, then probably you can relax a bit and take your own sweet time. If it's about EP, then you should do all you can in order to do the extra EP reward itself. It seems like a rotatory kind of bonus, which means that if this one, for example, is about event keys, then the next one could be EP and then followed by jam. So it's always rotatory in that context. Not too sure whether it works the same for you. Probably you can share with me your thoughts on this. As for the jams as well as the event keys, it's good to have, but it's definitely not a must-do. I would urge you to only focus on the EP because sometimes you know that if you have a good EP bonus and additional to the base, that will propel you to the top. But that said, if that drop is very tiny, like 30 plus EP, but the bonus is assuming 17 gems or 20 gems, then actually you can give it a miss if you do not want to, because even if you fulfill that job, it's just a 30 plus EP, but you're fighting in terms of a competition, you really need those 50 plus EPs. So if it's 50 plus EPs, by all means do it. Like this one I have is 50 plus EP, and it gives us a good number of event keys itself, you can see there. Alright, so the next one here, once activated, we know that we should quickly get it done and over with, because you should always be prepared. Although this is about gems, but you take a look at the EP is 70. So for this kind of job, then you should quickly complete it ASAP. Since you're completing ASAP, then must as well you claim that bonus gems as well. So always try to have standby jobs, i.e. you have the items of the jobs, but you wish to activate another one just to see what's there to prepare for. Otherwise, sometimes if you have all the 3 jobs that you can't do, that would be disastrous, because we all know that there's a need for time to produce that items through your factory. Alright, I've claimed this profile. Of course I'll not be using it, but nonetheless, just take a look at it and clear that exclamation mark in the headquarters. I'll just stick to this Santa Claus, my favorite icon or profile. So that's all for this, just to clear it off. How I wish they could give us something else rather than a profile, because it's kind of strange as a reward as a profile. Probably can give it as a free item at the end of the event, but not as one of the items as a reward, because I just thought that everybody would actually wish for more gems or coins rather than profile. And even parts is much better than profile, because so many profiles and we only need one face. So what's the point of giving us all the profile? And I don't know, sometimes the thinking of developer may be quite weird. But that's it. What's done is done. We are just playing a part of a free game after all. So the trains we have right now is, if you could, you should upgrade your trains in order to increase the capacity. Even one capacity, you know, sometimes it makes a difference. You know that, for example, you'd have the delivery of 37 and you got 36 as a train capacity. That would mean that you need to send out another train. So it's always good to increase the capacity. You don't know when you really need it. At the same time, it's always good to have a wide range of trains in your region. Do not, or always emphasize on this, do not so-called dismantle duplicate trains, rare and above. Even the common, I mean, if you have at least 9 or 10 of them, depends on your number of dispatcher. Even though they are duplicates, you should keep them so that you can have a good number of at least 10 of those common trains before you start dismantling. And even in dismantle, you got to make sure that you have a fair allocation of dismantling. What I mean by fair allocation of dismantling is just like you should have a good mix of diesel, steam, electric, etc. kind of trains. So you do not go and just dismantle all the steam trains that are duplicates, because once you do that, what if they ask for common steam, you'll be in deep trouble. So what you can see here, it is not a normal competition. Starting late has so-called wear out the effect. Apparently, there are people that are all knowing how to start late. I think it's very common already. People, if you have not been starting late, then I believe you'll be really fighting probably at the bottom 10 or beyond ranking in the ranking chart itself. But once you start late, there will be a few who are less eager to earn those event keys. They are more than willing to sacrifice that 10 over hours or even 20 hours in order to get a better number of the event coins. So there are two kinds of people. Those that are really aggressive, they're fighting for event keys. They will start on time. At the same time, they'll be jamming all the way in order to get event coins. There's another group who will also have a huge amount of gems with them. They will start very late because they are after the event coins and really just want to strive to get wins. Just like the one that I have in my team right now. We can see 911 versus the rest of us who are really working almost non-stop. It's only 500 plus. So how would someone be 911 unless you've been jamming all the way? Alright, I've completed the second round of this bonus quest. Going towards the third round, and definitely get harder and harder. That's really normal. But nonetheless, you just got to make sure you do not complete 100%, i.e. the third quest. I'm really drawing very near to 30/30. I'll probably stop at 30/30 and stop doing it. As for the captain, I mean, it was very important. We just focus and keep on doing. I mean, now is the third round. I'll just go on do maybe 4 rounds or 5 rounds. I do not matter. But I'm not going to touch that one of the quest line, which is now really close to 30/30, because by keeping that quest line alive and not complete one round, I'll be 99% and will make my life much easier to compete in the 5th and 6th competition onwards. Alright, so here we are having a requirement of that. Yes, lucky me, I've prepared all this in order to so-called do the preparation for the competition. So sometimes when you ask for items and you're in luck, otherwise sometimes you know that it's really tough, especially if you always has been trying to prepare items and they ask for items that you do not have. So that's always very painful. At the same time, because those items you have prepared is taking up space, be it in the warehouse or even your own factory. Alright, so managed to climb up to second rank, but unfortunately, I mean, in this video you'll notice that very quickly people will also be climbing up to the same and push me down to third or beyond. So it's really very tough. Given the amount of time invested in this, it's really I would say that the hardest competition ever. It's not easy, and also I think, frankly speaking, a bit strange is that unless all the people that are competing, especially those top 5, are aware of the new strategy, which is start late and not complete 100%. I think many people after experienced events may have known this. So if you have not known this two strategies, starting late and not completing 100%, I'm sharing to you now. So of course, there'll be also a group of people with really huge warehouse that actually can prepare all the items, and you just come back and they keep on delivering without the need to even manufacture any, because the warehouse is so huge, it's beyond imagination. As for me, as I said, a really tiny warehouse and a tiny population. I just started to enter 10,000. People at my level could have been, for example, 70,000 in terms of population, and this warehouse could be 5 or 10 times bigger than mine. So I will urge you, if you just started the game, focus on your population, use the 5 building technique, grow your population, increase your warehouse. Who knows, maybe by region 2 you already have the same amount of population and warehouse space like me. So if you have that, they're good for you, because that is the way to do it. Building foundation is the key to this event. This event is unlike any other games whereby you fight and quickly level up. That is the very common kind of games, but for TrainStation 2 is exactly the opposite. You need to have very strong foundations, and once you are over your prime, you can't go back. So what I mean by that is that once you have crossed that region, there's no turning back. Alright, you can see here round 3 of the captain's request are no longer easy. It'll be a bit horrendous, I would say, asking almost 1,000 containers for a tiny amount of rewards. EP is really tough. It's not easy, but the developer just want to make things really tough so that you keep on spending gems. I mean, people will be ranting in terms of why the game developer makes it such, but I think you got to think from the perspective of the game developer. Why would they want to make a free game for everybody to play and not making profit? So there must be a way for them to make profits, which is through selling of gems. And in order to do that, they have to think ways and ways to make you feel frustrated so that you can get into their trap and buy those gems and increase. But if you're not, you are purely a free to play, then do not worry, just enjoy the game. Even you don't get first or second or even third, as long you have achieved your objective, that's good enough. For me, I've set 2 targets for this event. One is to basically get at least 2 legendary, 1 epic. Right, so the stretch target will be, of course, to get all the 5 trains, and then in addition to that, the special building. I'm hoping for that. Alright, I wish you all the best in this 4th competition coming towards the end of this video soon. I really want to thank you for continued support and watching this video. Goodbye.